not come from a background of bookieing. In the dance, I excel at that kind of like stiffness just because I hold my tension in my shoulders.
She's a terror, she's a tartar. We don't need to show a bias, but Galinda, you're a martyr.
I passed you. Everybody was so wonderfully encouraging. I would do like 2 moves correctly, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, you're so good at this." Oh my God. Maybe the feedback was too positive, but it was just enough to like give me a push into doing it on camera.
There. Where's the heart? Where's the heart? Why are you saying that to Cynthia?
Well, Cynthia and I have been trading hearts, I still like this. I'm old school, I like this. There's K-pop, of course, but this is the one that like Gen Z is always doing.
Quite the controversy.
Gen Z, as they call it.
I'm Fiyero, Tigler. Winky country.
Oh, Oz.
So my first in-person meeting, knowing that I was going to play Fiyero, was with the guy that made my Dancing Through Life boots. I think I flew over on a Tuesday, and then I was filming Bridgerton on the Wednesday to the Saturday. And as I got there, nothing arrived. So all I had was my Fiyero boots. And there's an amazing photo that no one's ever going to see of me in nothing but my boots, which sort of felt right for Fiyero somehow.
I think about that day a lot.
So do I. Oh, me too. I think about it constantly.
Showing up on the set, it's much more emotional than I anticipated.
Are you ready, darling? 1, 2, 3.
For us to have a moment like that 20 years later was special. It was so emotional.
I know, we look like whirlwinds. I'm so happy. I can't breathe, but I'm happy.
3, 2, 1, action.
The first take was fabulous. We were perfect. I'm like looking at all the Aussians, and I'm trying not to cry. You know, the family from 20 years ago, like, tear.
We were the originals.
Yeah, don't forget
about us.
It was us first.
I had the choice of whether to be green or to have it CGI, and I wanted it to be practical. I wanted people to see Elphaba as more than just the green girl. I wanted to look back at a reflection and see a green woman in front of me. I really wanted for her skin to feel textured. When you look at it, there's freckles and there's tone and shade, just like skin would be. She has these green eyes that come from the genetic makeup of who she is, and it isn't just on her, it's in her, part of the essence of who she is. I think there's real wonder and defiance in this beautiful character. There's certainly wonder and defiance in me.
For every character that I design for, I'm living vicariously through their story. They all have specific needs, and that affects directly me and my investment in the work. I'm trying to infer a certain kind of quality of life that I'm hoping will happen once you have an actor in the costume and they're playing the role. The costume goes from being an idea, potential essence of a character, to being a realized garment. And somewhere in there, I'm figuring out the image that I have for myself, the blueprint for the person making the costume. When it hits, when it is really right for the moment, it's a beautiful thing.
I don't know what to say. John, what should I say? Horrible. Terrible. Oh,
First
no.
time you met the bubble.
What? The bubble in this dress? Well, the first time I met the bubble, I wasn't in this dress. I was in that shit with the sleeves.
Real life. Real life, not as Glinda.
Oh, the first time I met this thing?
When you thought it was a...
I thought it was beautiful, but I thought it was also karaoke.
Yeah.
I'm very emotional, because we're done with my bubble. I don't want to get out.
What was the last thing you said?
At school. I need to call my therapist. I really do. This is a mess. Sorry, I'm not getting up. Sorry, Jack.
This is incredible. How old is she? Oh, the Yellow Brick Road. Bubble. Bubble. I'm in Munchkin Land. This is incredible. Holy shit. Can't believe they built all this. I finally made it to Munchkin Land before they tear it down. Yes. Look at these things. Oh, there's the Yellow Brick Road. Yo, there's the Yellow Brick Road. So pretty. Oh, look at this. Insane that they built this. Oh, so pretty.
Right. She's phosphorescent. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, never did that.
Well, it's pretty awesome. Yeah,
It is.
It's a wonderful feeling, that's for sure. Yeah.
It's a surreal honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just so grateful. And the fans have been so warm and so open and loving.
Yeah.
And they've embraced our Elphie and Glinda in a way that there are no words.
I don't know if I expected that kind of reception for them to like welcome us in such a way, and it's been really wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think I met Jon Chu. We had a 2.5-hour chat in Belsize Park in London, and I knew within 5 minutes that this could only go one way in the hands of Jon Chu. There's so much sort of love and care, and everyone is a massive fan of the original production. But his interpretation of some of the most sort of poignant and human themes in this, I think it's just extraordinary, and it's created a cinematic event. And obviously, Wizard of Oz is something that I grew up with all generations of my family. So I'm excited to watch this with them again. And you know, it's a very special film that everyone can enjoy, and I think that's what we need at the moment.
Jon M. Chu, a spectacular director. It's just spectacular. He's created a Meisterwerk, and this particular movie, Ariana Grande, Cynthia, Erivo, performances for the ages. They're the all-time greats, musically, you know, cinematically, and theatrically. And Jonathan Bailey and Michelle Yeoh, I just felt so lucky to be in this movie. I'm just grateful. It was a glorious experience.
I think it's been amazing to see the reactions. Like, you know, at first I usually always like hold it a little bit at bay, don't let it in, but it's been so long now, and so many people from all around the world have just been like putting piles and piles of compliments and speaking of this movie in terms that I believe the movie is. That's very rare that what I think of the movie, people are thinking. I think we're at a time where we want this optimism. We want to watch someone who's a warrior rise above it all. And I think that that strength is contagious. And I think that these two ladies is a discovery, actually, even though you think you know exactly what they are. When you see them in this movie, you will rediscover. And I think you will find a bona fide movie stars that, that motivate you to keep that optimism going and to keep walking forward.
People have loved Wicked for 20 years and loved The Wizard of Oz for 90 years or something, give or take. So I don't know, it's a beautiful thing to see, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of a movie that hopefully is being embraced by the fandom of Wicked in the same way that that they embraced the Broadway show. And I don't know, I'm part of that fandom, so it's exciting for me.
It feels otherworldly for sure, like an out-of-body moment, and very, very surreal. But I'm so glad and honored to be the one to do that, because I didn't have a whole lot of it in general growing up, and so to be a part of that for so many other people out there is so important. It means everything to me.
I am so glad I'm alive to see it. I'm so happy that Jon Chu was the one they had directed. Cynthia and Ariana are powerful. They are a power couple, and they are going to bring it all the way home.
A wild, wild ride. I love her very, very dearly. She's still a little bit of a part of me right now. To be able to play someone who is different and is on the outside and represents all of us different, queer, crazy people. I'm very, very proud of it. And I hope that we make you proud too, yeah.
It's truly the honor of a lifetime, and this is, you know, the greatest journey of our lives, and to do this together, especially with Cynthia and with Jon and with this incredible cast and such beautiful people, incredible souls, and creative, the thoughtfulness and every single layer of this production is just so moving, and it's the honor of our lives. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, shot over a week and a half. There are amazing, my takeaways are watching 300 professional dancers follow your every move is wild and empowering on a very nerve-wracking and thrilling level. But yeah, Chris Scott, the choreographer, has worked with Jon Chu for years, and Alice Brooks as well, who is the cinematographer. And so they know how to shoot a dance to make it look as exciting as possible. But yeah, I felt sort of sexy, cool, and you know, it's once in a lifetime, isn't it, to be able to do that.
Live singing?
Live singing, yeah. There's a lot of warming up in the trailer in the morning, but also it's testament to the girls, because we know that they can sing and we know that they're extraordinary talents. But the skill to sustain being able to do that 14 hours a day for them for you know, up to a year, and to have a strike in the middle of it. And as Cynthia reminded us last night, she hadn't filmed Defying Gravity until after the strike. So she was kept on ice for that amount of time. But yeah, it's amazing to be around that much talent and that much love. And I think everyone just lent in. And if we've done the original production proud and the fans of the original production proud, then we've done well, I think.
Well, the Jeff Goldblum wizard, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's an interesting character, you know. Yeah, Frank Morgan, I had in my head too from the beautiful movie, and originally I saw Joel Grey on stage, and I adore him. I know him a little bit. I hope to see him tonight, in fact. Then I saw my friend Ben Vereen play it on YouTube. I never saw him on stage. I wish I had. Oh, you know, I just tried to uphold the honor and beauty of this show and that part, and the greats who have done it before and the greats who will do it after. Jon M. Chu helped me do something different for this movie. It's not the man just behind the curtain, but he's got a whole workshop. Yeah. He's a kind of inventor, a Nikola Tesla type. And there's nobody that's, as this movie says, I think, on the show, and the book by Gregory Maguire, nobody's really all good or all bad. We don't know. We can always see things from another angle. So anyway, you see things from an angle that allow you to see my hazel eyes in this.
Everybody was, from jump, just so welcoming and so kind. My first day on set or just overseas for rehearsals and everything in my green room, Ari had left a thing of flowers on my table, and Cynthia had gifted me these, I forget what they're called, but they're like gummies for your throat, for throat care, which was just so sweet and so thoughtful. So everybody outside of them too has just been lovely. Jon, just genuinely everybody.
It was really something. We had time to do some rehearsal, which I think is a real privilege when you're making a film, and it was just so immersive, right? Every set was fully built and beautiful, designed like to like the most minute detail. So I don't know, I've never experienced anything quite like that. It felt like walking onto the set of Ben-Hur or something.
It's a love letter to our show. It's a love letter to what we tried to, implant on Broadway, and I think we did successfully, and they just paid homage and then made it theirs.